Domodossola, just across the border in Italy from Switzerland, where I arrived with an intercity from Basel in Switzerland. This is one of the two terminal railway stations for the Centovalli Vigezzina, a curious little railway line between the Swiss town of Locarno and Domodossola in Italy. Over here you find a great stunning views over the Alps, and there are lots of little cute railway stations along this beautiful railway route. Join me on board this very cute international train between Switzerland and Italy. Actually, I take it from Italy to Switzerland. If you like this video or this is a helpful video to you, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or even if you just want to say hello, feel free to leave a comment. And if you'd like to see more trip reports about a more sustainable way of transportation, mainly focusing on cross-bordering or long-distance traveling, mainly by train, well, this is an international train, so it ticks the box, then hit the subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss anything, also hit the bell icon, so you get a notification if there's a new video. But for now, let's roll the intro. I traveled to Domodossola with an intercity train I took from Basel in the north of Switzerland, while I arrived that same morning with a sleeper train from the Netherlands. Domodossola is the first railway station in Italy for quite some long-distance trains between Switzerland and Italy. For example, the Eurocity trains that run between Geneva and Venice, but also the Eurocity trains that run between Geneva and Milan, Basel and Milan, and even between Milan and Frankfurt in Germany. I arrived here with an intercity train that started in Basel and has Domodossola as the final destination. Apart from that, there are very frequent local trains to Brieg in Switzerland. And then, of course, you find the local train that I'll be taking along this route. I didn't have a whole lot of time to change trains over here, so I basically went to my train straight away, and therefore I don't do a proper station review. However, let me try to do my best. Over here you find some vending machines for drinks and snacks and even coffee. I mean, nothing is as good as a good Italian cappuccino or espresso. Probably I pronounced it wrong anyway, but you can get it over here. Directions have been marked very clear where to go to, especially for my train today, and basically go straight on. So this is what I did. And it almost felt like I wasn't the only one who was going to take this train, or maybe these people needed to be somewhere else where they follow the same direction. I don't know, but I'm happy I reserved a seat already. I didn't saw these little curious trains at the railway station when I arrived here, so therefore I was a bit confused. At first I thought I was being directed via an underground passage to another platform that's on a higher level, like how I arrived here. But then I suddenly noticed I was already at the railway station for the Centovalli Vigezzina trains. And this railway station is not that special though. They have their own ticket counter, and here on the right is one of the older trains. These older trains are not the panoramic trains, and these specific trains will be put out of service soon. I was traveling on one of the older kind of panoramic trains, and that's these trains over here. I mean, calling them true panoramic trains, I don't think that's worth it. However, you don't need a true panoramic train to have amazing views over the Alps. For example, if you go along the route of the Glacier Express with local trains, you can still enjoy the views just like you're in the panoramic trains. For this train that I'll be taking today, there were two carriages. I reserved a seat in this train, but I didn't find anywhere where I can find my reserved seat. Also, at the outside of the train, I didn't notice any carriage numbers or something like that. So I just went to the other train set, and over here I noticed some stickers at some seats, and well, these stickers were indicating what seat reservations were for whom and for what part of the route. It's very basic, but it's good that it's there. And it only costed me €4 to make this reservation. And here it is. My seat reservation from Domodossola in Italy to Locarno in Switzerland. Since for a big part of the route there were not enough seats for everybody, I was really happy I reserved a seat. By the way they designed these luggage racks make the windows even better to enjoy the views from the train. So even though the windows don't curve over the upper part of the train, I think it's worth to call these trains panoramic trains. Because of the busyness down this route, doing a proper train review was kind of hard. However, no train tour is complete without doing a toilet review, so here it is. You find foot pedals for both the toilet and the water tap, and most importantly, the toilet was clean during my trip. These are very small train sets and there's one toilet per train set. There's a small section in first class, and first class comes in a 2x1 configuration, and on the outside it has been clearly marked where you find the first and the second class. Apart from the numbers 1 and 2, you also find a yellow stripe above the area where you find the first class. Near the entrance doors, you find line maps of the trains, and near the toilet there's an accessible area what can also be used as an extra storage space for luggage. However, you can store quite a lot of luggage in the overhead luggage racks, and at some spots where the back ends of the seats do face each other, you can also store quite a lot of luggage between the back ends of the seats. Even on a busy train like what I had, where there were quite a lot of people with a lot of luggage, there were no issues for storing luggage. The majority of the seats do come in a bay composition, so facing each other, and there are some airline style seats as well. The comfort level is pretty good. I mean, the maximum duration of a ride with these trains is a little bit under 2 hours, what's not that long. Most trains on this route are true commuter trains, and then you find the panoramic express trains, and that's the train where I was on. The comfort level for the commuter trains is pretty similar. However, keep in mind, if you take these trains and you need to be somewhere along this route, there are lots of stops on request. The comfort level for the commuter trains is very similar to the train where I was on. Keep in mind, these trains do not have a dining car and there's no Wi-Fi. In these older trains, there are no power plugs as well. However, in the new commuter trains, you will find power plugs as well. And even though I already showed you a tiny bit of views from the train, before I continue with that, let's have an overview on the environmental impact if you're traveling by train and car on this route. Of course, trains won't clean the air. However, the environmental impact if you're traveling by train is way lower than any kind of other motorized transportation. I can't repeat this enough. The travel time by train though, it's quite long compared to the travel time by car. It's almost double the travel time as if you compare the same travel time by car. By car you need about 1 hour and by train 1 hour and 53 minutes. However, the train is a way more relaxed mode of transportation and the views from the train are just stunning. So for now, I'll just show you the views from the train between Domodossola in Italy and Locarno in Switzerland. At the moment you can see the Lago Maggiore. This is a big lake that is both in Italy and for a small part in Switzerland as well. You know you're not far away from Locarno. Within Locarno you will find 2 stations for these trains, and both stations are underground. The terminal station is just called Locarno, and that is this station over here, and obviously this is the biggest station of all stations over here. Just like in Domodossola, it's totally separated from the main line railway station, but it's really close to each other. The station is accessible by escalator and elevator, and of course you also find stairs. The mainline railway station is right here on the left, and here on the right you will see the bus stop. From here on you won't only find the local trains into Italy that I just took from Domodossola, but you also find local trains to Milan that make much more sense to travel to Italy.
So that's it for this video. I'll continue my way with a Treno Gotthard. I already have a trip report on that. Not that old, so I'm not doing that again. You also find local trains to Milan. I also covered that already in another video. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it or this has been a helpful video to you. If so, please give me a thumbs up, I really appreciate that. And if you'd like to see more trip reports about more sustainable ways of transportation, mainly by train, sometimes by ferry and bus as well, but to show you what it's like to travel for long distances and cross-bordering connections on a more sustainable way of transportation, then hit the subscribe button. And if you don't want to miss anything, then also hit the bell icon. I mean, it's free, you can also unsubscribe if you don't like it after all. Once again, thank you for watching and see you on the next video.
Once again, thank you for watching. If you liked this video or this has been a helpful video too, like I said already, give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more, then hit that subscribe button. If you're interested in other trip reports, of course you can find them on this channel. However, in the description of this video you'll find a link to a map, and on this map you can find all trip reports as well.